In a quiet village, tucked among soft green hills, there lived an elderly woman named Miriam. Her home was modest, built of old stone and timber, but it carried a gentle beauty, not because of how it looked, but because of how it felt. There was always a sense of peace in her little cottage, the kind of peace that came not from silence, but from stillness, a heart at rest inside her home. Near the window where the morning sun poured in was a small wooden shelf. Miriam called it her remembering shelf. It wasn't fancy, just a plain board, worn smooth with time, but to her it was precious. On it she placed things that mattered, a black and white photo of her parents on their wedding day, a tiny glass bird her grandson had once given her with proud, sticky fingers, a worn stone with a painted heart, and a small Bible with soft, curled pages. Each item held a memory, a piece of love, a whisper from the past. Each morning, Miriam would sit beside that window with her cup of tea, wrapped in a shawl that smelled faintly of lavender. She'd glance at the shelf, smile, and offer a quiet prayer of thanks. It was her daily rhythm, one that gave her days a steady, grateful beat. One day, her neighbor Anna came by. She was younger, always rushing between errands and chores, her mind filled with to-do lists. She admired Miriam's calm and asked, "How do you stay so peaceful, Miriam? I feel like I'm always chasing something." Miriam smiled gently and nodded toward the shelf. "That little shelf reminds me of what matters," she said. "It's like my heart. What I place there, what I give space and priority to, shapes the rest of my life." Anna looked at the shelf. The Bible was there, but pushed a bit to the side behind the bird and the painted stone. "And what comes first?" she asked. That night, after Anna had gone, Miriam sat in her chair and looked at the shelf again. The words from the First Commandment echoed in her mind. "You shall have no other gods before me." She realized that while the Bible was on the shelf, it wasn't in the center. It was present, but not primary. So, with a quiet reverence, she moved the Bible to the center of the shelf, not to remove the other things, not to forget them, but to remind herself that everything else in life, family, memories, beauty had its true meaning when God was first. From that day on, every time she looked at her shelf, she whispered, "God first, everything else will follow." It grew deeper, her heart felt lighter, her steps more grounded, not because life became easier. Everything else finds its place in time, in love, in balance.